What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Infinities, where we're going to be covering the comic issue number 2 from the Return of the Jedi run. Now, if you are new to this series, I have completed the first issue, which this entire series, Star Wars Infinities, goes through a lot of the different Star Wars timelines and moments, and it's essentially a kind of like a canon fan fiction from Lucasfilm back in the George Lucas days, made from Dark Horse Comics, or published by Dark Horse Comics. I really enjoy these because it takes such far-fetched fan fictions, like making Leia the Jedi that Luke should have been, for example, or giving Darth Vader a white suit at the very end, meaning he's a good guy now. That it really helps kind of itch the fan fiction section of your brain, if you can even call it that you might want to see with Star Wars. So, continuing on here, we're going to start with issue number 2, so let's begin. Aboard the second Death Star, Palpatine and Vader continue to speak just like they did at the end of the first issue. "We have heard rumors of the rebel fleet massing at Salust, my master. They are of no concern at the moment, Lord Vader. I have a task for you. I need you to go to the Dagobah system." "Dagobah? And what is it you require?" "That you obey me. All will be clear to you in time." Now, on a forest world on the edge of the galaxy, Princess Leia Organa, Lando Calrissian, and Chewbacca continue what feels like a fruitless search for Han Solo. As they look for who they need, they find the guy who knows who Boba Fett is. And these Imperials are actually meeting with him. So they go to interrogate him, and this guy's name is Griento, when things get kind of hostile and Chewie loses his temper and just grabs the guy by the neck. So they ask where Boba Fett is, and the guy says, But Fett will kill me. So Leia says, "And the Wookiee won't," as Chewbacca is just menacingly looking at him. So he spills the beans. He says, I heard Fett's meeting with some Imperials tomorrow at the abandoned spaceport across the lake. Wanted a secluded spot to make an exchange." So they're on to their next journey to find where Fett is going, when R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker are on Dagobah. "I still have so much to learn."
"Always more to learn, there is."
"Yoda."
"Trained well you have. No more do you need."
"Then am I a Jedi?"
"One task remains. Vader must you confront. Then, only then, a Jedi will you be."
"Master Yoda, I must know, is Vader my father?"
"Tell you, I knew you would."
"We were going to tell you once your training was complete. But what is past is past." Typical Obi-Wan with the lame answers as always, kind of dodging questions, of course from a certain point of view. "Luke, what Yoda told you is true. You must confront Vader. You must defeat him." "I can't kill my own father." "Then the Emperor has already defeated you. He knew that the Force runs strong in your family, and that one day you'd be a threat. He considered you the rebellion's only hope. But there is another. Luke, your twin sister, taken at birth and hidden as you were." "My sister? Leia?"
"Serve you well, your feelings do."
"The Skywalker must confront Vader, Luke." "I can't let Leia risk it. It has to be me." And dude, I'm sorry to take you guys out of it for a second, but the freaking art just takes me out of it. And if you're on Spotify, like, thank God you can't see this, because what the hell is going on? Luke just looks like a horse compared to the panel before. He looked like an egghead, and before that, it kind of looked like a potato. I just don't know what's, and then the one before that, he has red eyes. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, back to the comic. I'm sorry. Anyways, as they discuss more things, we head to the Slave One, when the Imperials ask Fett what he has that they might want, and he says, "Just the frozen body of Han Solo." "And why would we want the body of a smuggler?" "Don't be stupid. Bait. You want him because his friends would come for him." "Ah, of course." As Leia has her scope set on them all, she's waiting to see Han, frozen in carbonite. So back on Dagobah, Luke uses R2 to send a message to Leia, and he makes the message to be sent to her only if he's dead. Or, well, if he's not there to do it himself. As they blast out of Dagobah, Luke tells R2, "Set coordinates for Salust and get ready to enter hyperspace. I need to..." What the? As Luke is getting away, he is dead center in the tractor beam of a superstar destroyer. Where did they come from? "R2, I need you to record another message and transmit it to Salust now." "Lord Vader, the ship was able to transmit a message before we could jam its signal." "Then it is fortunate for you that the Emperor does not care if Skywalker's friends know he had been captured.
I want you to personally supervise Skywalker's arrest, Commander. No matter what, he is not to be harmed. You are dismissed.
Yes, Lord Vader. Thank you, Lord Vader.
Luke.
The Empire will accept your terms, Fett. You're to take Solo to these coordinates. Is Solo nearby?
He's in the hold of my ship.
As a big blast goes off from Leia, the jig is up and they know that they're being spotted. Drop your weapons now! As the Falcon pulls up, Boba Fett blasts off and starts firing at the cockpit. When she finally blows up the Lambda T4A shuttle, trying to plant a bomb on the Falcon, Fett ends up falling off when Leia's shooting at him. Boba is knocked out, and so they get into the Slave One and start to activate it. As Chewie throws Fett into the ship, they need his armor to override the system, and kind of like a key fob to recognize that he's inside. As we switch over to Luke, we see him in a sort of Starkiller cutscene moment, or I guess this would be the original here, where Luke is shackled and he's meditating in front of Vader, who comes in.
I've come once more to offer you the chance to rule the galaxy by my side.
That's an offer I'll never accept.
You should consider it. You have until we reach the Death Star. After that, the matter will be out of my hands. And in the Emperor's.
And that is the end of issue number 2. Man, this thing's starting to really heat up. So I hope you guys are excited for issue number 3. Let me know where you think it's going to go from here. And of course, I'll see you all in the next one. Leave a like on this comic video if you enjoyed it. Go check out the original Star Wars Infinities by Dark Horse Comics. And I'll see you guys in issue number 3. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.